everyone, welcome to Back to School Night Virtual Edition. My name is Ms. Zazurski and welcome to English 2A. I'm super excited to, talk to you guys in a one-way conversation, and I'm also excited to introduce the class to you. So let's get started. I'm going to shrink myself down. Boop. Put myself over here. All right, so this is my website. If you're accessing this video, this means that you're probably already here. So if you go to my homepage, you'll be able to see all of the wonderful things that that will be going on in my classroom. So you can click on this Who is Ms. Zazurski to see who I am, learn a little bit about me. We're going to start here with my expectations. So, virtual expectations are pretty basic. Set up somewhere quiet, professional, and distraction-free. So I have to say distraction-free because please don't bring your pets to class. I would love to bring my pets to class, but I'm in the school. And also, I wouldn't do that at home anyway. It helps to keep everyone on task and everyone focused. Turn on your webcam so I can see you. Also, so that way I can make sure that you're staying focused and you're with us. Wear appropriate clothing. Mute yourself when you enter the meet. Send answers and questions in the chat. Unmute when you're asked to, and reach out if you're having tech issues. I always ask the kids to make sure that they have somebody's phone number in the class, so that way they can text them, and if they can't get into the meet, then their friend can let me know. Okay, classroom expectations are be on time and logged in by the bell. Be open-minded. We're going to be talking about a wide array of topics. Things that people might say things that you might disagree with. People might say things that I disagree with. The goal is to have an open conversation, to be able to talk to each other without putting each other down, and with really having the goal of growing be the goal. So that also means being brave enough to be wrong, exploring content outside of the classroom. You heard about Fahrenheit 451, and then you decided that you were going to watch the Michael B. Jordan version of Fahrenheit 451. Awesome. Tell me about it. Be honest. So this is my big thing. Plagiarism is my least favorite thing in the whole world. That means copying from each other. That means taking it from the internet. I hate it. It wastes my time because I spend the time to sit down and grade and give feedback, and then when I find out that a person didn't put in the time that I'm putting in, it makes me really upset. So I tell the kids, and I told the kids, that if it comes down to crunch time and they just can't get something in on time, or they totally forgot about it, or they were so stuck, they got so frustrated, they just gave up. Tell me. I would rather them tell me than to copy and paste something from study.com and send it to me. Tell me. It's really important. Put forth the whole pizza pie, which is something that I will go into, and sanitize your area before you leave. I made these little images before we went virtual. So, all right, so if we go back to home, or you can click on any of these links above. We're going to click on the whole pizza pie. So the whole pizza pie is essentially how you should be performing in my class every day. Every day you should be bringing your all. You should be trying to be the best version of yourself, because that's what I try to be. I'm bringing my all. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. So should you. I completely and totally understand that there are going to be days where you don't bring the best version of yourself. Something's going on at home, something's going on in someone's love life. Doesn't matter. That's okay. Let me know. Reach out to me. Let me know that something's just not quite right, or you're not quite vibing with the day. Totally fine. I will completely understand. The whole pizza pie has to do with your intentions. If your intention is to give me a 3/4 or a half of a pizza pie, things aren't going to really go well. If I see that you have done excellent work throughout the whole year and you have one day, maybe a whole week, that you've just been completely off, I'll be able to see that something's wrong. But if you come in and you give me half of a pizza pie as your best effort, then there's something wrong. Then we have to have a conversation about what you're getting out of the class and what you should be giving back. Okay, so essentially the whole pizza pie is you stay on task and you listen carefully the entire period, you actively participate, you use appropriate language, you're helpful to your classmates, and you put forth your best effort. I want to see the very best you can be every single day. That's my expectation. All right, let's go to English, shall we? So when you go, let me go to the original page. So when you go to the English page, you're going to come upon our Google Calendars. So there's different assignment due dates. If you click on here, it'll say what's due each day. I also post my due dates on Google Classroom, so there's slideshows with that information on there. If you would like to go through the slideshow that I showed the kids, feel free. It's right here. You can click through. It'll tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit more than what you might see on the Who is Miss Cieszewski. And then also detailed information about the course itself. The course guide is right here. I'm pretty sure most people have already looked over this since you signed the Guardian Acknowledgement Form. If you have not signed the Guardian Acknowledgement Form, it should be in your email, and I sent it to everybody based on their Genesis emails. Virtual resources, if you click here, it will take you to a list of studying resources. So I provided a list of really good no lyrics music on YouTube. A lot of times it helps you stay focused for a certain period of time. So if you have a hard time staying focused for 20 minutes at a time, this will help you do that. There are different time lengths. So this one says 40 minutes, this one says 20 minutes, such and so on. And then there are lyric videos. I recommended that people make their own playlists that are a certain length of time, and it will really help them with studying and staying focused. I also provided studying app suggestions. So there's digital planners, there's Tiny Cards, which is just a flashcard deck that goes on your phone. And there's also virtual studying websites. So there's Go Conquer, there's Marinara Timer, there's How to Study. So How to Study is a good resource if you have trouble figuring out a good process for studying. UNC Learning Center is an excellent place for things on writing. So if you have a hard time writing really quality paragraphs, sentences, essays as a whole, UNC Learning Center is a really good resource. If we go back to English 2A and we click on reading resources, we'll see the things that we're reading while I'm with you. So we have 3 books / play. The first one we're reading that we have started is Fahrenheit 451. Excellent book. If you click on this link, it will take you to a PDF file of the book. So if you're interested in reading along with us, you absolutely can. It's an excellent novel. It's a dystopian novel that takes place in the 1950s. It's a world in which firemen don't put out fires, but put things on fire, as specifically texts and novels, and they're not allowed to read the books. So it has a lot to do with controlling the media and censorship. I really enjoy the novel a lot, and I think a lot of the kids end up doing so too. So if you are interested in reading the book, feel free. I will also be providing Audible links for the kids on their Google Classroom so they can listen to the book. Our next text that we're reading, sorry, brain fart, is Julius Caesar. So Julius Caesar is obvious about Julius Caesar. However, this is a Shakespearean tragedy, so things are a little sped up and more dramatic. Caesar is depicted as this kind of holier than thou. He talks about himself in the third person all the time. It's really, really good. Brutus and Cassius end up being our tragic heroes, and that's exactly what we talk about. So we'll talk about the tragic hero, we'll talk about hubris, we'll talk about backstabbing and betrayal, real dramatic. And then we end my time with you guys with All Quiet on the Western Front, which is a war novel on World War I from the German perspective. So a lot of the kids ended up reading Harp of Burma for their summer reading book, and Harp of Burma was a reaction, and actually a children's novel, to this book, to All Quiet on the Western Front. Takeo, I think it's Takeo, I don't know. Takeo, the author of Harp of Burma, wrote it in response to All Quiet on the Western Front. She believed that she needed to tell young Japanese people about the atrocities that Japan committed and really take responsibility for the harm that they caused in Burma, but also to teach about responsibility to one's country, and that it's their responsibility to rebuild and fix. It's really a well-written novel. All Quiet on the Western Front is about Paul Ballmer and his German classmates and how they enlist in World War One, and then they find out that war isn't all it's cracked up to be. They see the realities of war, they see the horror and the tragedy, and it's written as that experience, as learning about what war really means and the toll that it takes on a person. Really good novel. Apparently the greatest war novel of all time. That's a pretty big statement, so it's a good book. Okay, the last thing I will show you guys are the writing resources. Based on my About Me pages that I have some of them behind me. Everyone's biggest challenge has to do with writing. There's going to be way more writing resources on this page, but for right now I have my main resource, which is Purdue OWL. Purdue OWL has everything you could ever hope for. So it has MLA formatting and style guide, APA formatting and style guide. It also has Chicago and a few other things. The main website gives you different guides for writing. It also gives you different resources to click on. You can also find a tutor if you need a tutor. There's also an exercise page. So if you found out that your writing isn't as great as you want it to be, you can click on sentence style and you can do eliminating wordiness, and then you can complete exercises. It's really awesome. They really provided a whole ton of resources for free. And the online writing lab is just excellent. It's what I used all through college, what I started using when I was in high school at Shawnee. And it's really important and really a really good resource to have. Other than that, I think that is all I have for you. Oh, let me actually give you my contact information. I totally lied. So my contact information, so you can email me or you can call me. Adults are the only ones that are allowed to call me because I don't want kids to have my phone number. That's weird. Also, I prefer phone calls. Please don't text me. I feel like that kind of broaches a boundary a little bit with texting parents. So you can call me at any time. It goes straight to my phone. And if it's my Google Voice number, I will most likely answer. But if I don't recognize the number, sometimes I won't. Leave me a voicemail, please. I will see the voicemail. I will give you a call right back. No problem. My email is different from my name because I was married in July during Tropical Storm Faye in my backyard. So this is my email. It's sevans@chclc.org. Feel free to email me anytime. I also check my email all the time. If your child or student needs to contact me directly for extra help, you're going to fill out this Google form. So the Google form is, Miss Key, I need help. So you put your email address in, what your name is, what class the student is in, and then they're going to tell me what they need help with. And they're going to tell me if they'd like to set up a Google Meet. So if we set up a Google Meet, I will have somebody else with me. It won't just be me because that's not allowed. If you answer no to that question, we will have to figure out something else. So it could just be that you want me to be on your document while you're typing at the same time as you're typing. And that's totally fine. And I'll pop in, I'll make comments, what have you. Maybe we could also do a phone call. So if mom or dad calls and they're in the room, I can talk to you on the phone. Whatever works. I am here to help. That's what I'm here for. Virtual learning is hard. And if you can't get, obviously we can't do after school, but we can work out a different alternative. Okay, that is all I have for you, I think. I'm sorry, I tried to keep it short and sweet, but I wanted to provide you with as much information as possible. Please feel free to reach out to me. I'm super nice and I really enjoy teaching. If you'd like to follow me on my Instagram, I have a teacher Instagram. Hang on. It probably won't come up because of the firewall in the school. But the link should be, yeah. So it's this right here, Miss Stovsky. So MS period stove, as in one that you cook on, and ski, like you ski. You can follow me on there. I post a lot of really fun stuff. I plan on doing First Chapter Fridays, starting Friday, the 18th when I'm making this video. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a wonderful day and a great rest of the school year.